Hey guys, Ventures in the Roster Tracker. We are back with Kerbal Space Program 2. Patch 1.3 has been 1.2 has been released, so I'm going to give this another go. I've been having some issues though, and I wanted to talk about them because I think this may help you guys out. So you may have noticed there was just a little tiny bit of part clipping with the strut going through another part, and there's another one here that's like that. I think that is actually causing issues. So I am going through very carefully trying to find all of these parts and removing the clipping. And I'm hoping that by doing so, that the game will run more stable. And specifically when we take it out to launch, it should run more stable. I think some of this part clipping is causing some issues at the launch pad. And so, yeah. We're going to do that. Anyways, I redesigned the rocket a little bit to fix some of the issues that we had noticed last time. And I'm going to try to do a quick 2, possibly 3 part, but we're going to cut some of the more boring parts of the Journey to Eve. Certainly not going to have 4 different design missions going forward and testing missions. We're just gonna spend a few minutes here in the VAB, tweak the design up, and get this thing on its way to Eve. And yeah. Oh, this is annoying. The parts manager takes way too long to load. I don't entirely understand why. Doesn't seem like it should be. That would be high on my list of things to try to tweak. So let's see here. We see strut here that looks weird. What's going on with you? Oh dear. See, that was definitely part clipping. So we're going to attach it to something a little bit closer, and hopefully that will work better. Just trying to train myself to look for any of these things that are not right. I don't think it has to be completely perfect, but any one will potentially make a difference. I'm actually using this inside look. Oh, look, here's... Wait, there was something right here. I can't find it. This looks like something's going through though, so... Oh, there we go. Aha! We got another one. Mwahaha. Let's see here. We're gonna do that inside looking thing. I think that helped quite a bit to identify these. We got another one. So what we're going to do is be very diligent and careful and get rid of all of these. And hopefully, the thing will fly safe after that. There's definitely something long here. So you'll notice that we have 3 sets of extra boosters instead of the 2 that we had before. The rocket's a little bit more powerful, so we needed to do that. Let's try focusing in on this guy. Then we'll look at the inside. What? How are... Just littering parts all over the place game, okay. Trying to get a better look down the barrel. That looks fairly clean, and let's look it down this one. That looks almost clean. I think those are just struts on the top. So we have at least some struts on the top. There's some connected top and bottom to each other, braced. Some along the bottom, and I don't think anything is part clipping. All right, we're gonna save this, and notice we skipped 3.8. We're gonna hit the launch button. I had noticed also that when I hit the launch button, it didn't always work, and what I did is I cleaned up all of my missions from the tracking center, just cleared up and deleted all of the garbage missions that were out there, and it seems to work. We'll see. We're getting to the launch pad though. So if we can just stay stable. Oh my gosh. One of the new things with the new patch is the number of messages here is improved. So it's still Clydesdale and TT44XL. Okay. We'll see if we can figure out what that is, but we're gonna just hit a revert to launch and see if that fixes the problem. I had another issue in an attempted recording where the game actually froze after I did this, so I don't know if this will work, but okay. TT, is that the launch? Yeah. Come on. There we go. Usually when you revert the launch, it's a little bit more stable the second time. Hopefully this will work and we can go ahead and do the launch, and hopefully it'll get up on the first time. Yeah, I have this problem too. I feel like this new version is actually more buggy than the previous patch. There again, we're in orbit. Oh, come on, game. Why are you doing this to me? We did a revert to the VAB this time. Okay, fine. Let's try it this way. All right, load up our spacecraft. There we go. So if we hit load, got the not responding error, but it shouldn't be too bad. We'll see what happens. What could possibly go wrong here? Yeah, I think they got some issues figured out, but I think that this build is actually less stable than the previous patch. That's unfortunate. Okay. So let's see here. The TT something or other linkage, is that the launch stability? Is that structural? Clamp. No, it's launch assist. So, okay, let's figure this out. The Clydesdale engine, is that the solid rocket boosters? Yes. So the solid rocket booster is colliding with something, and what is the something? It's probably RCS. That's a utility. No. Okay, was it an engine? Is it something like extra large? Is it the fuel tank? No, they just have some boring numbers. Let's peer inside of here. What's the struts called? It's definitely the solid rocket colliding with something. Okay. And it doesn't appear to be these guys. I think I accidentally pulled the menu up, which seems to take forever for this big of a spacecraft. This is like 300 or 400 part spacecraft, so it's something. Wish the parts manager would not show the parts that we didn't care about. And it must be preloading the whole thing or something like that. Who knows? So I'm gonna release this anyways. I'll talk about some of the other stuff that I'm doing while this is happening. I have long wanted to make my own game about space exploration, and I'm starting to put together some ideas for what this game may look like. I wanted to be starting a space company of some kind, and we'll see exactly how it goes. I want it to kind of allow for being one of many different types of companies out there. You could be like a ULA, go after government contractors. You could be a planetary resources, go after space mining. You could be Blue Origin, go after space tourism, or a Virgin Galactic, or a SpaceX, or whatever thing that you wanted to do. And it will have some element of randomness, but because there are a lot of things that we don't know. For instance, if you want to go to Mars, say, we don't know what it's like. If you want to go mine the asteroids, you won't know what they're like. So I'm trying to figure out ways to incorporate that into the gameplay. So there was something extra large. Not one of these fuel tanks. Okay. Not the engine. Not the Wallaby. Structural, that's probably just a whole bunch of struts. Okay. What about the coupling? The coupling! What? Saying that those parts disconnected. So maybe the strut pulled it in some weird way. Maybe that's what happened? It's plausible. Okay, that was a strut that was not formed right. I don't really like this one. We can connect it pretty close. That one seems like it's too far. Well, it's got a straight shot. We'll allow it. What's this guy? Trying to get in there and figure this one out. This one has some weird clippage. Okay, that seems better. Yeah, that is a problem. But getting to the end of it is proving to be challenging. Oy, this strut hunting is no fun. I wish that it could just tell me. Control Z. Wish it could just not blow up, actually. That would be pretty nice. And I don't really want to just leave this with everything like this. It's amazing how quick it is to take a part off and how slow it is to revert. You know, I'm gonna do this mission, but this is probably the last mission I'm gonna do with this patch. It's just too painful. So I'll catch up on some other games. I was streaming Satisfactory on my Twitch channel, but I'm going to do some video recording, I think, for that. I don't want to stream it anymore. I got some other games that I want to stream. So we're going to concentrate on those. And on Satisfactory. And it will replace this because this game is just too painful right now. It's connected to here. So let's get this on 4 mode. So that has a little bit of clipping. So let's try to not have any clipping. You know what? Why don't we just connect this to here? Okay. Let's see, is there any other parts that look like they're clipped? Or even that they might be clipped? You. Oh yeah, you're clipping. Sure. We want to connect you to the center, something like this. Okay. I'm not going to change the number because we just fixed the struts, and let's go ahead and hit launch and see if this works any better. Not sure if it will or not, but it's worth a shot. So far, so good. I'm always listening in the background, trying to see if there's any sounds that are happening while this is going on. Structural failure happened with the struts. I'm trying to look at where the fires are happening and seeing if we get any clues. Okay. Nothing too... This is still better. Although how much the rocket is shaking around is pretty crazy. This must be too much struts. There is apparently such a thing as too much struts, guys. So... yeah. And this happens again. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and release this as a video to show the buggy state of Kerbal Space Program Patch 2. This is unplayable, guys. I'm not having fun. I've spent probably an hour outside of the 20 minutes of this trying to get this to work, and while I'm getting closer, it's just not working, so I'm done with this for now, guys. I tried. Thanks, guys, for everything. We'll see you next time, and take care, guys. We'll see ya.